what's your job? I normally tell myself, if I don't have a job, my job is to apply for jobs. Hey guys, it's your girl Linda Mary. Welcome to this girl talk. This is my second girl talk. So today I'm going to be doing my makeup as we chat. Okay, so this is my first get ready with me. Be nice if I don't do things the way. This is how I do my makeup. So if you're not into makeup or you're not interested in the makeup bit, you can just listen to the discussion, which is how to stay positive when things are not working out or when you feel like everything is just going wrong. So once in a while I'll just mention what I'm doing, but that's not the focus of this video. I normally use coconut oil. This is virgin coconut oil as my primer before I start my makeup. So how do you stay positive when things are not working out? I want to say that I'm also speaking from experience. I can't say that things are really working out for me right now. Because if you've been here, you know that last year I quit my full-time job. I decided to pursue writing full-time. I do content writing. And that also, I've been writing for years and years, but I have a lot of bills that I didn't have previously. It has not been smooth, which I was expecting. I'd already prepared for this, but still, it's a little bit hard because, with freelancing, sometimes there are jobs, sometimes all your clients come back and they're like, I want this, I want this, and then you do jobs, you get money. And then there's a time they're like, it doesn't have seasons like academic writing. It's just that, let me say someone wanted you to write articles for them for 6 months. At the end of that 6 months, then it means you don't have jobs from that client, so you need to find other clients. Someone maybe want an ebook. I write ebooks too, maybe one book, then they're done. So I'm still in that wave. Sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not there, but we try. And also with YouTube. This thing that I love sometimes gives me so much anxiety. When I'm laying down at night and I'm like, why can't I sleep? And I'm just there and I'm like, Linda, you've done this thing for almost 2 years. It's now almost 2 years. You are not even monetized. Your views are not where you want them to be. And then sometimes I'm just there like, you have 650 people. Where are only 100 watching? What about the other 500 and something? What? It's a lot. So I feel like, because now I rely majorly on writing, and I would have loved to also supplement with YouTube as a side hustle. Sometimes I feel like, oh my god, things are not really working out for me. The first thing I can tell you is to review your expectations. The foundation that I use is L'Oreal. I normally just put a little bit. It's been a while since I did makeup, and then I spray with water or setting spray, but I'm running out of my setting spray, so I'll just use water. And let's just agree that I don't have a decent mirror. And let's move on. So yes, review your expectations. How? The fact that you feel like things are not working out means you have expectations. Let me use my example. The fact that I feel like things are not working out with my YouTube means I have expectations. Which expectations are these? I was expecting that by this time I could have already been monetized. You have a certain expectation. Maybe if you feel like things are not working out in life, it's because maybe you feel like at this time I should have already been financially secure. Maybe I should have been having this amount of money in my bank account. Maybe I should have already owned a car. There is an expectation. That's why the expectation is here. You have not met the expectation. That's why you feel like things are not working out. So the first thing you can do is review those expectations. One, ask yourself, are these expectations, number one, yours? Are they yours? Linda, is this thing of you should have been monetized by now and earning from YouTube, is that really what you expect? Or is that something that other people expect and now you've put it on yourself as the expectation? For me, that's my expectation. I'd given myself a year. I was like, I'm going to do this YouTube for a full year without even expecting anything. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. And then by then maybe something would have already happened. So that is my expectation. When you feel like by this time you should have already had a car, is that your expectation? Or is that what society tells you? But I did not mention it. I'm doing just my normal everyday makeup, nothing fancy. For a start, this is my first get ready with me. Now that you've established that those expectations are yours, if they are not yours, abandon them. Abandon them. Don't do this thing of, oh, society says, by this time people say, no. Let the expectations be yours, because now you are being stressed up because of other people. Doesn't make sense. So if it's not your expectation, leave it alone. So you say that these are your expectations that you feel you're not reaching. The number two thing you should be asking yourself about these expectations is that, are they realistic? So I'm going to use the same expectations of a car. If you have this expectation that you should have been having a car by now, how are you supposed to have achieved that? Does your job pay you enough that you'll be able to set aside something for the car? Do you have side hustles? Do you have another source of income? Is there a way you could have borrowed this money? Because let's say you're earning 10,000 or 20,000. You're living hand to mouth. You're barely surviving. But you think that you should have owned a Prado by now. Is that being realistic? How? So sometimes it just needs you to push your dreams a little bit, okay? So maybe I feel like maybe I should have been owning that Prado this year. But looking at what is going on now, it is not possible. Can I push that expectation to the next 2 to 3 years? And then now, do the second step that I'm going to talk about.
Hi. I am mommy's daughter.
Yeah, she's mommy's daughter. Don't worry if this looks orange. It's because I'm using a ring light, so the light is a bit bright. So we've mentioned adjusting the time frame if those expectations are not realistic. So now that you've done that, number two, what do you do again when things are not working out? You take the steps you need to achieve that goal. Now that you said you want your Prado in the next 2 to 3 years, it doesn't mean that after next 2 to 3 years you'll wake up and whoops, the Prado is there. Now you need to take the steps required to get that Prado. I'm applying my concealer. I'm using LA Pro in the shade Toffee. If you're the same shade as me and you want to know. So I normally just apply it on my, like I'm running out of my makeup products. I normally just apply it around this area so that at least it can be brighter than other areas. So let me just give it a little bit of time to settle before I go in and blend it. When you're focusing on your goal, what we normally do is we look at the big goal, and that thing gives me anxiety. I've realized that is where my anxiety is. Because when I sit down here and I'm like, I want to get my YouTube channel monetized, I want to have a lot of views, I want a lot of people to be watching my videos. That's what I want, because I produce these videos so that people can watch them. When I focus on that, it appears so big, and then it looks like a problem in my mind. For me, it normally looks like a problem. But when I focus on the small things that I need to do, these small things, doing them consistently is what will help you achieve your goals. So I'll be like, yes, the bigger goal is to do what? For my YouTube channel to grow. How can I get there? What are the small steps I need to do? I need to record videos and upload videos. So I can say maybe I need to upload videos, 2 videos per week. That is the small goal that I focus on. This week, have I done the 2 videos? Have I shot the videos? Have I edited them? Okay, maybe another thing is I need to market my videos more. Is it free marketing? Is it paid marketing? I use free marketing most of the time. That is marketing on my social media, but I've also tried like paid marketing like twice. So if that's my focus, maybe then today, have I done that? Have I told people that to watch my latest video? Have I maybe told someone new that I have a YouTube channel? If it is paid, have I looked for the money to pay for that marketing? Have I submitted maybe that short clip? You see, those are the small things that you should focus on. And then when these things pile up, you are marketing, you are editing, you are publishing, that is how it will help you to achieve the bigger goal instead of just focusing on the bigger goal. What I do for my writing, because writing is what pays my bills, so I have a strategy for that too. I normally sit down and I'm like, I want to be getting this amount of money on average. Okay, the amount varies usually, but on average, I want to be getting not less than this per month. What can I do? I need to get more clients. I need to apply for more jobs. So I normally sit down and I say every single day. But then when I'm looking for jobs, every single day I go on Upwork. That's where I get my clients. And I apply for not less than 5 jobs per day. I apply for between 5 to 10 jobs every weekday. I give myself off during the weekends. So from Monday to Friday, those are 25 jobs minimum. 50 maximum. Yes, sometimes these days it's harder to get jobs on Upwork than compared to before. I can't lie. Years ago, I didn't have so much of a problem, but now there's so many like writers and very few employers. So, and that usually works for me. I can't go more than a week. I normally go a week, at most a week and a half before I have 1 or 2 clients, because I'm like, out of 50 jobs, I must have 1 or 2. So what if you're looking for a job, you're not a freelancer, you're looking for a job, normal jobs, you can't send one CV, apply for 1 job a month, or 1 job in 3 months, or anytime that you just hear there's a job opening, that's when you apply. That's your job. I normally tell myself, if I don't have a job, this is my job. If I don't have my job is to apply for jobs. So if you don't have a job, you can't wake up and be like, oh, now there are no jobs. Your job is to apply for jobs. The same way people wake up and they go to job, you wake up, you prepare, you sit down and apply for jobs. Every single day, you will get a job. I'm telling you. Let me blend this thing. I'm just blending this in my beauty blender. For foundation, I like using brush, but for concealer, I don't know why I prefer blender. I'm using a lot of water or sometimes a setting spray because I don't like that pale parara look. I like the dewy, glowy look. That's what we're going for. I'm just going to blend it. Blend just by tapping. You're not in a hurry. Just blend. Just blend. Look at the way it's just getting into my skin. The third thing that you can do, if you feel like everything is just going wrong, is to focus on the present. I used to call myself queen of multitasking. Now I'm that person who can watch a movie. Who used to? I was someone who used to be watching movies. Not that I don't do it sometimes these days, but it's not a lot. I'm watching a movie. I'm scrolling on Instagram. I want to write something on my book. This means that I'm not enjoying any of these things because everything I'm just like, in a picture too, it's just passing by. I'm not really enjoying anything. These days, it's very strange, but you might find me when watching a movie. You might find me, my phone very far away, or I just put it on the table, under the table. And I'm just watching this movie, even for 2 hours straight without touching my phone. And I enjoy. I just feel like I'm inside there in the screen. Like I am in the moment. It's something I'm also teaching myself. I'm not an expert on it. Practice like enjoying what is happening. There are things that are going right in your life, but we tend to focus on the ones that are going wrong. Even me. Now that I'm obsessing about my YouTube channel, I'm alive. I am alive. I am healthy. I am not in a hospital. I have Wi-Fi. Maybe you even have bundles. If you're watching this, you have Wi-Fi, you have bundles. You didn't sleep hungry yesterday. Maybe you have a friend who loves you, or a family member, or a boo. Your salary came in. You went to work and came back alive. There are so many things that are happening right, but sometimes we focus on what is. I understand focusing on what is wrong, guys, and I need to understand that I'm not giving you guys a lecture. I am even talking to myself. These are things I struggle with. Because sometimes I'm like, Akilinda, you're so blessed. There's so many things that are going right in your life, but we are just. So I try to focus on the present. I can be present. If someone is talking to you, this is something that I practice these days too. When my daughter is talking to me, my daughter talks. She is talkative. But there's sometimes when she's telling me something, it's not just random thoughts. She normally has random thoughts. She'll be like, she'll sit down and remember like 3 years ago. Mommy, remember 3 years? There was a time. She doesn't have the time frame, but she'll be like, Mommy, remember there's a time, long time ago, we used to live in the other house and then we moved here. Mommy, remember there's a time you went, you remember the day you went and bought this chair and you brought it? She just has random thoughts. So sometimes I can't keep up. I can't like pay attention to every single random thought she talks about. But when she's really telling me something, I pause what I'm doing and I give her my attention. I look at her and I listen to what she's saying, not listening as I'm doing something. Like today when after I finished breakfast, I was watching Young, Rich and African. That reality show. You people! At least people out here will know that even Africans are rich. My goodness. Not every African is suffering. At least the people out here will know that Africans don't just jump from tree to tree or ride on lions when you're going to work. And people are weird. there are Africans who are making it big out here. Not everyone, but there are people who are. So as I was watching, my daughter came, she woke up. Normally I would just continue talking to her, oh, good morning, mom, as I'm watching, but I paused the series. I was just looking at her and we talked. She was like, mom, good morning. How's the night? She came and lay on me and she told me about her dream. I don't know, she dreamed that she was in class and she told me that she raised her hand when she was asleep. She raised her hand in her sleep. So I was like, so as you were sleeping, you raised your hand at some point? That yes, because I thought I was raising my hand in class. So I just laughed. And then those two small things, they make you happy. You find yourself laughing and then you have another small moment and you laugh or you feel good. So because you are in the present, you're enjoying whatever good is happening in the present and not just focusing on how your world is crumbling. You may not have kids, so maybe that's not a good example for everyone, but I hope you get my point. Blend. They give you good makeup. Okay. I'm not the one who's supposed to be giving people advice on makeup. You people. I don't even understand. At now, I have all these things here. How now? How? Huh? I was that chick like years ago. People will be like, if people are discussing what makeup do you do? What do you apply? Like what foundation, whatever. I'm like, me, the makeup that I use is Fair and Lovely. And people be like, but Fair and Lovely is not makeup. I'm like, but it's makeup. What do you mean? I'll just like apply it and I look pale and I'm good to go. Lipstick and then apply lipstick. I've always loved lipsticks. I'm like, what do you mean? Even my roommates, I used to have a roommate. Housemate. We used to live together as girls. She used to tell me, I've never seen a beautiful lady who dresses well, puts on heels, and doesn't have makeup on. But now I do this. I'm not one to give advice. I'm still learning. But what I know is that blending. Blend, mama. That's how you can get into your skin. Let's look at the last point. I've written my notes down here. By the guys, if you're watching and you've not liked this video at this point, please do. Just like and then check if you've subscribed or not. If you've not, that red thing written subscribe down there, just hit it. It's free. And I want to tell you that when normally YouTubers will keep telling you to like, it's not okay when it shows that you like the video, so we do more of it. But it's not just for our ego, it's for YouTube. YouTube, when it looks at engagement is things like, are people liking this video? Are they commenting? If these things are happening, YouTube is like, this video is good, it's valuable, let us share it with more people. But if no, people are not doing that, they're like, this video is not good. And when you share it with people, people will get bored, they will click off and go to other platforms like TikTok, Instagram. So let's not share this video, let's share others. So it's important for a creator, just like the video. It takes seconds. The next thing I want to apply is loose powder, and I've just put it in this container. I've separated it, but this is what I'm using. Hey, beignet or whatever, you can see it. That is the powder I'm using. I'm just going to be putting it all over, using it to set whatever it is I've put. So the last point, and this might not apply to everyone, so I understand, but if you believe that there is a God, present your matter to Him. Present your worries to Him. Because these inspirational, motivational talks that I was listening to one morning, I like listening to them when I'm getting my daughter ready for school. And then this pastor said that when you worry, that's a message you're sending that you don't trust God. You don't trust God to take care of the situation. God, you're not able to take care of this. This is big enough for you. So I'm just going to worry and figure out how to do this by myself. I want to quote something. Don't come for me that I'm now preaching. I think it's in the book of Luke or something. It is written that, okay, I'm paraphrasing, I don't know the exact words, but do you think that you can add even an hour to your life by worrying? Do you? If you are supposed to die at 12, do you think that you'll die at 1 because you were worried about anything or about your death? The point is, worrying changes nothing. Doesn't change the outcome at all. At all. If I was going to be fired today, me worrying from last year, I'm going to lose my job. What do I do? Okay, now things are not working. Doesn't mean that I want to get fired. If I'm going to get fired, I'm going to get fired. It doesn't change the outcome. The only thing it does, it makes you not enjoy even the good things. It will make you miserable from the beginning to the time that whatever it is you're worrying about will happen. When you're worrying that things are not working out, things are still not working out. You are depriving yourself of that joy. There are things that are working out now that you could celebrate, but you're not celebrating them because you are worrying. I consider some of the things I pray about to be really embarrassing, but I will still bring them to God. But I've just done my eyebrows. Let me show you. I feel like time was really running out and I was not going to be done with the makeup by the time I finished talking. And now, apart from the settings, from the loose powder, setting powder, I'm using compact powder. I'm using Luron in the shade Tropical. So I just also just dab that powder all over. So I want to do eyeshadow and then blush and I'm done. The one I normally gravitate to is this goldish one. I love this goldish, these. And then I also love these pinkish. These are the ones I use the most. So let me just do this goldish one today. Let me just use this actual brush so I don't. I'm not a pro at eyeshadow, but look at that. So the next thing I usually do is apply blush. This is not actually blush. This is still eyeshadow. This pink one, but it comes off as blush. Just see. Ah! Do you see that? I'm using Naka's voice, the Naka of Naka and Dom. Do you see that? I like it when she says that. Just give my cheeks some color. Sometimes I blend it in too much. Sometimes I'm like, let people see. Let people see the color. If you don't believe in God, I think this point cannot help you. But if you do, sometimes when I'm unable to sleep and it's just like too much, I'm just like, God, I'm leaving all of this to you. I'm giving it to you, Father. I'm tired of thinking. I'm leaving it to you. And I'm going to tell God what I want. God, this is what I want. For example, I want my channel to grow. I want a lot of people to watch my videos. And I feel like I'm not there yet, Lord. And it's stressing me up. But I give it up to you. May your will be done. Doesn't mean that immediately things like just get better. But the sense of relief I usually feel, I feel lighter, like a load has been taken off me. Like something was like really, really weighing on me, pressing on me, and now it's on. Doesn't mean I won't stress about it at all, but I might stress about it a little bit compared to if my whole mind was just consumed with this thing of things are not working out. What do I do? I like using this brown. I'm really looking for brown lipsticks. This is the only one that I have right now. Because brown is nude to a dark-skinned person. Do you see how this makeup is coming along? Do you see that? Okay. I'm not overdoing it. And I always finish it up with setting spray. I'm running out. There was a time last year I didn't get, I think, writing jobs for almost 3 weeks. 3 weeks. This is how the makeup is looking at. 3 weeks. At that time, it's the last week. Bills are due. I don't have a job. And I was stressed. And I was thinking things are not working out. Jesus, Father, what's going on? He just said, Jesus, me, I'm just leaving this up to you. Father, you know I have bills. You know I have to pay this and I have to pay this and I have to pay this. And I have not worked for a single job. Father, I am leaving this up to you. And then as I was about to sleep, I was like, sometimes I used to apply for jobs because as I told you, I normally just apply for jobs throughout the day. In the morning, I set aside time and then throughout the day, just keep on applying. So before I sleep, I was like, let me just pass through a park, see what's there. And I saw this one job. One job! It was for an ebook for women who are over 50, guiding them through intermittent fasting. I was like, this is fun. I love health topics. I do health topics a lot. I've done intermittent fasting. I'm like, this kind of a thing. I applied and slept. Normally, such kind of jobs, because it was a book, so it's a big job. Normally, those kinds of jobs you get, there's so many people who have applied, and then the interview process, maybe they interview maybe 5 to 10 people, and then they compare, oh, this one is cheaper, or this one is saying they will do it in 3 days, now you are doing it in 1 week. Sometimes, a lot of the times, you don't get those jobs, or even if you get them, it's a process. Like, the client wants to be sure that they're spending their money well, so they just keep asking you lots of questions. Me, I slept. It was midnight. I woke up the next morning, saw a message from Upwork. You've been hired and the client has deposited the money, you can start working. I'm like, this client did not even talk to me. They didn't say, hi, Linda. When do you think you're able to finish this? Tell me more about how you're able to do this job for me. Didn't interview me. They read my proposal and they're like, okay, I've read your proposal. They highlighted, like, I like the samples you presented, which means your previous jobs on health articles are really, really good. And I love the fact that you've done intermittent fasting. And that was it. And they deposited the money without interviewing me. And that money, I remember it was 25,000, and Upwork has to deduct its cut, so I didn't get the whole of it. But that money sorted out my major bills, like rent, like Wi-Fi, like it did. And then after that, maybe now I started getting other jobs which supplemented. I was just like things change overnight. That is what the meaning of things can change overnight. May I believe God can do things like miracles overnight. You can be here today feeling like you're not even where you're supposed to be. And then one thing, you get that one deal or one thing happens and everything changes. I'm saying all this to say, trust in God and pray to God and present your matters to God. Because He says, ask and it shall be given. Don't just sit and be like, but God knows. Don't assume. Come to God. God, I'm coming to you as your child. I am asking. You said, hold Him accountable. You said, Father, that if I ask, it shall be given unto me. Okay? Me, I believe in God so much. So, guys, I wanted to show you this. I've not done my mascara also. Today, we'll do more of these. I bought this fancy eyeshadow from my friend. Extra. Imagine, I just like, but I don't know how to put them on. I have watched tutorials on YouTube. I even have the lash glue here. So normally just do like, I don't know if I'm scared that the glue will stick in my hand. I don't know. I will have to practice doing eyelashes because I have them. And the day that I do, people will not rest on this earth, on this planet. So this is the look we achieved today. They just know the natural look. I like it. Like, this is my everyday look when I don't want to go extra, when I don't have a lot of time to do a lot of things. I just do this. Or the eyeshadow, I just put it pink and I'm done. Guys, tell me the things that you want me to tackle, like in these girl topics. Just let me know. Linda, talk about these. There's some requests you made in my previous girl talk and I noted them down. I'll be addressing them. So let me know. And if you enjoyed this video, also let me know. Thank you so much for watching and see you in my next video or girl talk.